Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Katie Anderson. Katie Anderson is an internationally recognized leadership, consultant coach, professional speaker, and learning enthusiast, dedicated to helping purpose-driven leaders create cultures of learning and accelerate individual and organizational impact. A skilled change agent and coach, Katie has supported tens of thousands of leaders across a range of industries to create organizational learning cultures that foster innovation, engagement, and continuous improvement. A popular keynote speaker, she is the author of the best-selling book, Learning to Lead, Leading to Learn, which has received multiple international awards, including the Shingo Publication Award, and has been translated into over 8 languages. Katie holds a BA with honors from Stanford University and was a Fulbright Scholar in Australia, where she received her master's degree in public health. She has lived in 7 countries and regularly leads executive study trips to Japan for leaders looking to deepen their knowledge of people-centered leadership, operational excellence, and Japanese culture. Well, good afternoon, Katie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Brian. Excited to be here.
Absolutely. And thank you for jumping on. I know you do so much in your day. You speak, you talk, you write, you podcast, and you travel to Japan and all these other things. I don't know how you do it, but thank you so much again for jumping on, hailing out of the great state of California. Appreciate you making this time. So Katie, let's just jump right into your questions here. You've got quite the career in consulting, leadership, research. You were a senior executive, an entrepreneur. Now you're the founder and principal consultant of Katie Anderson Consulting. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah. So, Brian, I was reflecting on this question, and I go back to my Clifton strengths, the top 2 being learner and achiever. And I think that those 2 really explain a lot through both my early careers to where I am now, where I'm always seeking to learn and do something new and challenge myself. And then also help other people learn and grow. And that's how I started off in my career in academia, moved into then worlds of continuous improvement in healthcare operations. And now for the last 10 years, having my own consulting practice, focusing on how to help leaders of all different industries around the world get better at getting better. And it's really been all of this, like setting high goals and then learning my way forward and then helping others to do the same. So it's really what lights me up and gives me passion.
That's awesome. And, we've all taken those like behavioral or self-assessment tests, right? And it tells us who we really are. And a lot of times that stuff is true, but that helps also guide us and understand others as well. So I like that you've shared that with us today. So Katie, you've traveled the globe physically and virtually, coaching, mentoring leaders in great organizations. In your experience, what is the one thing that's holding organizations back from becoming something great?
Yeah. So I've lived around the world, in Japan and Australia, where I got my master's degree, and some other countries as well. And I've really found that no matter where you are in the world or what industry you're working in, the thing that really holds us back is this focus on doing and on achievement and on the outcomes. And even if we have this sense of purpose, of desire for growth and for improvement and for making like a positive impact on people, our habits have gotten so focused on like, we got to get stuff done and we got to achieve this goal or this outcome, that those other things sometimes fall by the wayside. Or we think, so we just sort of forget to create those conditions for learning or for growth and improvement because we're sort of stuck in this constant like firefighting trap, or we just have all these things we got to get done. And so this trap of doing and performance inhibits our real ability to improve and create conditions for improvement and learning in our organizations, which is what results in like innovation and better outcomes as well.
Thank you. Appreciate the tidbits on that. We all struggle no matter if we're working individually or on a big team, and we do lose sight of things sometimes. So I appreciate you sharing that. And Katie, you've been a keynote speaker for many years, spoken to many large audiences. Generally speaking, what is the takeaway message that you deliver to your audiences?
Yeah, so it's really tied to the past comment I made about how, if we want high performing organizations, how if we want innovation and success, how do we develop the habits as leaders and as team members that really create those conditions? And so, we really start with what's our purpose, and then how do we align our actions with that? And it gets back to sort of a core concept of mine called intention. And I discovered the sort of deeper meaning of intention when I was living in Japan, and the Japanese symbols that make up the word intention come from heart and then direction. And so it's like both we need to know what's our purpose and the impact we want to have. And then what are the habits that will really align with that to fulfill our intention and our desired impact.
I love that. And you kept it very simple, but you're absolutely right. Aligning your tasks, right? The things that you do with your purpose in life makes one heck of a difference. And I just love that. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
you're welcome. And one of the things that I find is that like most people have this like desire, this heart for a bigger impact. It's just either the habits we've developed through our earlier career success or what we think leadership is about aren't necessarily aligned in that direction. So, but with simple adjustments and some intention, we can really have that, fulfill that impact in that purpose we want.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And Katie, last question of the day. We are a technology publication and podcast. I'm a technologist. So we ask everybody, it's okay if you're not a technologist, but are you leveraging any of that new and emerging technology in your business? And if not, have you found a cool tool or app you might be able to share with us today?
Sure. Well, we're all, maybe we're not focused on technology, but technology enables all of us to be more effective and do the things we want to do. And so the way I am using new technology right now is to help my podcast. So I just started a new podcast myself called Chain of Learning. And I use it to help, I use a chat GPT to help figure out what are some good titles, like what are some good, succinct, pithy titles. And I find that maybe the app doesn't come up with the best title, but it gives me some good synthesis of keywords that, oh yeah, that was a frame I hadn't thought of. So it's not doing it for me, but it's actually helping me think of how to frame things up in a different way. So that's been a huge enabler for just some simple things like what's a good podcast show title and subtitle.
That's awesome. Yes, we all are leveraging ChatGPT or Google's Bard right now. We all do it. I've been using it now for over a year, ChatGPT that is anyway. And it's been amazing to help me get creative and help supplement or augment some of the things that I need to get done as far as this podcast. So that was awesomely a great share. I appreciate that. And Katie, it was such a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian. I love this format. It's micro bites of learning and positive energy. So thanks for having me on here.
Bye for now.